Welcome back to another episode of Bromance. I'm Ryan, and today I had the fellas on. We had Bo, we had Nate, and we had Jeans on the pod. We started off by talking about sports for about 20 minutes. We then moved on to our draft, and the draft topic today was things that annoy you. We then moved into recapping Ace of Spades and Impact's season. And I will say this was the last episode of recapping Semi Pro. If you are not familiar with it, I appreciate if you watched, but I know that this series has not been for everyone. We then moved into questions from the people, and that was it. But before I hit the intro, I do want to say that the Philly Dodgeball is this weekend, and if you are interested in watching, Philly Dodgeball will be streaming it from their YouTube, and I will also be streaming it from mine. That is it. Hope you guys enjoy. Welcome back to another episode of Bromance. I'm Ryan, and today I got the fellas on, Bo, Nate, and Jeans. Fellas, how we doing?
Pretty
Good.
good.
Doing good.
What's really good?
Nothing much. It is Thursday night. We got some football on. It's almost the
Sure.
weekend. I get to go to Wawa tomorrow.
Mm, let's go. Wait, why is that?
The dodgeball. So it's
you're
about
going to the dodgeball.
it's about like a 3 hour and 45 minute drive from my house, which means it's probably like 5 hours because I'm gonna stop at Wawa at least twice.
Yeah, and you can spend some time in there.
Easily. And I always take pictures in front of it too, so.
You do.
How about you, Nate? How's your night going?
Going good. I work third shift, so I've been doing nothing all day except cleaning.
Are you going to work tonight?
No, I'm off till Tuesday.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm.
Jeans?
I'm all right. I feel like I got ran over by a truck, but we're surviving and thriving, or at least surviving.
COVID? Got the vid?
Nah, no vid. Nah.
No vid.
When I get COVID, it's like I lose my sense of smell, but I can smell everything. That's my go-to. Like if I think I have COVID, I'll just start sniffing stuff.
And then you just can't smell it. When I think I got COVID, so I know I got it once, but I think I got it two other times, and my ears kept on popping.
Mm.
Yeah, I just got tired when I got COVID.
The worst. Bo, how's your night going?
It's good. I worked and then I went to the gym, do some shoulder rehab, and then I came here and now I'm with you guys. So,
Hell yeah.
sir.
All right, before we get into the draft, Bo, do you want to talk about your trip to Mexico?
Yeah. Shout out. Team USA went there, swept. Went 6 for 6, so all 6 teams went down there. I don't think any of the teams dropped a series except Mixed Cloth. They tied their first one. Shout out Rennie, because Rennie saved them.
Was that the
Uh,
catch?
yeah, the catch to tie. I forget who they were playing, but we were playing on the court right next to them. I think we had just finished beating Colombia, and then we look over and there's like a huge like cheer, and then we just see Rennie like on the ground with like a ball in her hand. So, and then they were like, yeah, she like caught the ball to tie the game. But yeah, like when we were playing Colombia and we were looking over and they were down like big early. We thought they were switching sides and we thought like USA was up and they were like, no, they're down. We were like, oh shit, like, what's going on over there? Um, but yeah, I mean every team played great. Every team in the final, it wasn't really that close except for men's cloth against Puerto Rico was a really good one. That went to like overtime or like double overtime. That was a really good game. Um, Mikey McGee, Miguel McGee went off, went crazy.
Miguel McGee is crazy.
That's what we're calling him now.
Miguel McGee.
My guy. We were calling him that in Mexico. But we rewatched that game. He had 33 kills. in the final. He was hooping.
Yeah, I turned it on. I'm like, oh no.
Oh my God, like single-handedly was just backpacking Puerto Rico. But yeah, I think every other final mixed foam was down early, I think, against Mexico, but I think every other team we kind of did our thing. But all the teams were all teams were fun to play against. Every team was like super nice. Like everyone wanted to like take pictures, like swap jerseys, like sign balls and stuff like that. I had to sign a no sting ball, which was ridiculous. I don't even know how someone from Colombia got a USA no sting ball, but they got one. I wasn't the first one to sign it. There was a bunch of signatures on it. So,
It was
uh,
probably like John Gatlin, like, oh no, I have this random no sting ball in my bag.
yes, it was a plant. Someone planted it there for sure. But yeah, everyone was really nice. I probably ate my body weight in tacos. And they were like stupid cheap too. But yeah, overall experience was really cool. It was really cool. So, I had a ton of fun. One thing that I did not prepare for, I mean, Jeremy told us like a few days before, like a week before, to like kind of prepare for the altitude difference. So, like, I don't know if you've ever played sports in Denver, but like the altitude makes you tired much faster. Mexico City is even higher than Denver. So, and I didn't know that. I also didn't know like 9 million people live in Mexico City. Like there's just a shit ton of people that live there. Bigger than like New York, Chicago, everything.
Oh shit.
I did not know that at all. But anyway, the altitude difference was crazy. So like I'm not a marathon runner by any means, but like I didn't think I was like super out of shape by any means either. But like the first two sets that I get in, like we run like an away, a throw and come back, and I'm like huffing and puffing, and I'm like gassed. It's like the altitude difference made like a huge difference. Um, and I was even shagging for like the mixed foam team, and I had to like change headbands before our own game because I had sweat through my headband just from shagging for them. And when we played like Mexico and the under 20 Mexico team, like they were doing fucking backflips and shit and like diving all, not really, but like they were like moving all over the court. Like, I mean, they're so used to it, like it didn't affect them at all, and it was just demoralizing. Like how how like it just didn't affect them at all, but like the rest of us, we were all like, it was definitely affecting us. So that was like the most surprising thing, I think. But
Yeah.
the poor Canadians, like team like Canada or Comerica or whatever, um, they played every division, like poor Tenny and like Carlos. Um,
Oh, they played every division?
they played like every
Damn.
division. Um,
Wow.
for like
Dude, that's
men's and mixed. So like foam, cloth, mixed cloth. Like it was like 16 hours of like on court time or something like that.
oh my God.
And I have no idea like how they even like survived that. Cause like when it got to playoff time, like I'm a bench player on the men's foam teams. So like when it came to playoffs, like I was playing like 7, 8 minutes in the 40. And like I was tired from that. Like I have no idea like how they were playing full 40s.
Wow. Yeah, I saw this video of Tenny and he's like, hi, my name's Tenny. And it was like, what, probably that Thursday. No, not Thursday
Mhm.
morning. It was Friday morning, right? It's the first game.
Yeah.
So I think it was Friday. And then there was a video of him at the very end. I'm like, oh man, Tenny looks like he's going through it.
Yeah. Dude, the whole Canadian team, like there were some like half, I would say half of them were like actually Canadian, but like they were like warriors for like all the 40s that they had to play. They played like 40 or something like that, or like 24 40s or something absurd. Like
Jesus.
they calculated like how many minutes, on court minutes they played. It was ridiculous. Like I have no idea how they did that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think I might have gone through the group message today and saw you in a Hello Kitty t-shirt.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think definitely the best part like outside of playing was like the outside stuff. Because you got to like bond with like the team, like the guys and like even like the other teams. So that was really cool. Even like Jeremy like let loose and stuff like that. Like we all the guys went to like steak dinners a couple nights and like had like a couple bottles of tequila, which like tequila is like wicked cheap out there, obviously, and like we got fucked up, like we were trash. Like, yeah, like there's definitely videos of like Eli, Eli just demolished. Uh, yeah, it was all of us, but yeah, there's some good ones of like all of us, but yeah, there's quite a few memes that came from the trip, but it's cool to see like everybody let loose outside of like when you see all of us on court, like people think of us as like a certain way because you only see us on court really, but you two like know like the four of us know each other personally off the court, but like other people that don't know us like probably only see us as like one way. So it's like good to be able to like talk to each other, get to know people more personally, like outside of that, and like let loose a little bit. So that was pretty cool. Um, but yeah.
Hell yeah, definitely had FOMO, but I'm glad everyone that could go went, and you guys came home with gold.
Yeah, yeah, it was cool. I'm glad every team swept. I would have been sucky if like five teams won and one team did it or something, but glad everyone won gold. So did what we business trip.
Hell yeah, business trip. All right. I think Jeans just had to go, but I'm sure he'll be back. Nate, you're a Mets fan. Oh, Jeans is back. We got two Mets fans on the pod right now, right?
Very
Ooh.
sad Mets fans.
Okay, boys, let's talk about it.
I mean,
Not
we
alone.
lost 3 players in 3 months. Pretty bad. And 3 big players, not like they weren't cheap guys. All-time home run leader,
Wait,
Alonso's
all
gone
time?
for
Yeah.
the Mets.
He hit more than David Wright and Mike
Oh yeah.
Piazza?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
They let him go, Diaz go,
For
Nimmo
nothing.
go.
Yeah, like for a bag of chips. I don't know about Nemo's trade. I don't know that other player that well, but yeah, it sucked.
Yeah, not good.
Could have at least signed him to 1 year contract and then traded him off, to get something back, but just let him walk.
The Diaz signing from the Dodgers, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, of course the Dodgers were going to give him that contract.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Arguably the best closer in the league.
I think that I think the Mets might have something up their sleeve. Like I could see them trading for like Kellen Marte or something like that. Their middle infield will be a lot better. I know their pitching staff last year, they're like, oh, we signed Clay Holmes and someone else, and they're like,
Yeah.
our pitch is going to be better. But it's like I think every year they always sign an ex Yankee, and then like they like start off hot, and then they're like, well, there's probably a reason why the Yankees let him go. So
They talked about
Uh,
getting Schwarber and Bellinger, but Schwarber already signed,
Yeah.
so
yeah.
kind of missed out.
yeah, I know right now the Yankees at least they're in talks with Bellinger and Kyle Tucker, but I know Kyle Tucker is going to be like 400 mil, and it's tough because I think if I had to pick and choose, I think I would take short term. I would take Bellinger. Long term, I would take Kyle Tucker because he's younger. But like Bellinger, he's always played in like really big markets, so you know that he's the type of player that could like stay in New York rather than like for example like 7 or 8 years ago they signed Sonny Gray and he was terrible in New York and then he left and was an all-star again.
Yeah, he was killer when he was with Oakland, and then he sucked after that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he was on the Cardinals last year and he did pretty well. I think he re-signed or he's on a different team now, but
Yeah, Cardinals took a few not good pitchers and made them a little better.
I wonder where Sonny Gray is now. I swear I saw him sign with someone the other day. Damn, he's 36.
It says Red Sox.
Yeah, Red
Yeah, it
Sox.
sucks.
Yeah,
4.2 ERA.
I don't know. Um, I mean, he's definitely or he was a very elite pitcher, but he's 36. You never know. I mean, Verlander's what 43. He's still pitching.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
Verlander. Come on now.
him and Scherzer, two
Two
guys
two
that have
different tiers of
lasted a
players.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not I'm not super big on Scherzer. I think he fell off pretty hard like 2 years ago.
Once the
Yeah.
Mets got him.
Yeah. All right, that's enough Mets talk though. It's enough Mets talk though. Let's talk a little bit about football, and then we'll get into the draft. Nate, you're a Bengals fan.
On to hockey.
Nate, you're a
Is he even
Vegas
gonna?
Knights fan.
I am.
How is that team doing?
They're in second right now, so they're right in there. They had
Okay.
a lot of injuries, so they missed out on some points in overtime that they should have had, but they'll be in the playoffs again, I'm sure.
I don't know many hockey players, but I know that the Knights won the cup 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
2 years.
Hell yeah. Jeans, do you have a sports football team?
I'd rather learn hockey right now than talk about.
Oh, he's a Giants fan.
Close, very close.
Jets.
There it is.
Oh.
Listen,
Yeah,
at
that's
this
worse than a
point,
Bengals fan at this point.
I mean, I can't even say anything. Like, Burrow sounds like he might leave the team or just leave the NFL, but at least you can say you have a quarterback. Like, the
Hey,
Colts are in better shape than we are
Or
quarterback wise.
hey,
quarterback coming in.
Fernando Mendoza is gonna look great in a Jets uniform next year.
Yeah, but the year after, he's gonna look great somewhere else. Like,
No, not the next year. He's going to look okay his first year. Then he's going to get hurt a bunch of times, get benched by the owner because his Madden score is like 64. And then he'll sign with like the Vikings or like the Niners, and then he'll be amazing. And everyone will be like, wow, I can't believe he was like this. Like, well, he wasn't like this in New York.
Word.
yeah, we have so many issues. Like, there's no one place to start. Well, the owner would be the place to start, honestly. You get rid of him, I think we see a few changes. But aside from that, like, there's just too many holes from like our line to our defense to our quarterback to like team chemistry. Like, it's just all out the window.
Yeah. Woody Johnson, you need to focus on making COVID vaccine shots.
Word.
Bo, Bear Talk.
Yeah, I'm not, what do you call it, discouraged by the Packer loss. I mean, I think Ben Johnson just got a little too cute on that 4th and 1. Um, I think, I mean, they ran that same play like the week before and scored, and I think Packers just watched film and they were ready for it. But it was still open, but just kind of like threw it too late. You also could have ran for the first down, but you see them in 2 weeks, so just gotta hopefully they don't look past the Browns. I'm a little worried for that game because it's gonna be not very good conditions. Two, Miles Garrett's only like 2 sacks away from the record, so I feel like he's gonna be very hungry for that. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think the Bears are still fine. So I think they're overachieving. I think we're playing with house money right now. So is my kind of outlook on the Bears.
I would agree with that, but I do think that they're still a good frisky team. I don't know if I could see them winning more than like one playoff game. Like I could see them winning
Yeah.
one, but I don't think two.
Yeah, I don't see him as like a NFC like championship game team. Like they could win a wild card game. Um, yeah, I don't see them beating the Packers in like a playoff game or yeah, I don't think they're there yet, but I don't see them beating the Rams. Um, yeah, I don't think they're quite there.
No, but I mean, I think they seem to really establish the line. They have like that cold playoff game mentality where they can just pound the fuck out of the ball and they can turn over their team. Like I think they could easily squeak out a one.
Yeah, they have an identity, which is very important. I think defensively, we need to get healthy. We haven't been healthy there all year, and we're kind of like a bend but don't break defense, and we rely too much on turnovers, and that's not sustainable, especially
Yeah,
in the playoffs. So
yeah. I'll give 30 seconds on the Eagles. That good chemistry bunny. I'll beat the fuck out of that bunny. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. For for all my friends that are texting me asking if the Eagles are okay, go Birds, dickheads. They literally won the Super Bowl last year. I don't want to hear it. I
Do
don't
we
want to
need
hear it.
do we need a good chemistry bunny on flight?
I think if there's good chemistry bunny on flight on the sidelines, we're in trouble, boys. We're in trouble.
We might be in trouble, boys.
But yeah, I mean, they literally just won the Super Bowl. Yeah, Jalen Hurts probably had the worst game of his career, but he literally just won Super Bowl MVP. Like, I think everyone needs to calm down a little bit. It's just one bad game. They have 3 offensive linemen out. I don't care. Like, they'll be fine. Will they make the playoffs? Yeah, they'll probably just squeak in as a 1 seed if the Cowboys stay hot, but they're still going to make the playoffs. They're still going to be a top 4 seed. They'll probably win the first round and then would just go from there, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles are fine.
About them Thunder.
And if the Eagles if they fire Kevin Patullo, then it is a trend where they will just win the Super Bowl in 2027. So I'm fine with that too.
That's fair too. That's usually how that goes.
Brian Johnson gets fired. They hire Kellen Moore. They win the Super Bowl this year, probably at the end of the season. Fire Kevin Patullo. Hire some other offensive coordinator. Win the Super Bowl.
I wish the Bears could have that trend.
That's wishful thinking, but yeah. What about the Thunder, real quick, Jeans?
Bro, like they're on pace to beat that Warrior. Listen, what are they at? What are they at? 26-1, 22-1? What are they?
Yeah, they're insane.
Yeah,
Like, that's crazy. Like,
They're
I
just
think
like
at
a
this point, I don't
perfect
remember. Like, Shai's playing. I don't even think he's playing 2 or 3 minutes within the fourth quarter. Yesterday, they were up 50 points by like the beginning of the fourth with no Shea on there. Like, that's insane. And
They're
mind,
24-1.
24-1. Their starting 5 haven't played, I think, a single minute together. From what I saw last and some posts there. I don't know. It's just looking scary.
J-Dub started off the season hurt. They
Oh,
have a deep ass bench.
they don't have Dort.
They have a really good head coach, like a really good head coach. There ain't shit to do in Oklahoma. Like after they play their game, bro, they're not in like the town.
No. Dude, and Shay had to someone asked him about his because he's known for like his Instagram captions if you like follow him on Instagram. But like his last Instagram caption was how can I go back and forth if I'm not really back and forth? Because he doesn't play in the fourth quarter ever. And I was like, damn, it's hard.
That's cold.
And somebody asked him about it, and he was like, well, I don't play in the fourth quarters. I'm like, it's just hard.
That's cold. That's a one James Harden quote. I think it was like 4 years ago where the reporter's asking him about like the system, the offensive system, and he was pretty much like, "Brother, I am the system." And I was like,
Mhm.
"Bro, that's a mic drop right there."
Yeah. I wish I could be that good at a sport to where I could just say whatever I want like that.
Same. I mean, they don't win shit in the playoffs, but I mean, he's still a really good player.
Yeah.
All right, that is enough sports talk. 22 minutes in. Let's get to this draft. Today's draft topic, things that annoy you.
This is great.
You guys are my guests. I will go last. Who wants to go first?
I nominate Nate.
I'm gonna nominate Nate. Yeah, he hasn't.
I'm gonna nominate Nate.
Yeah, he hasn't
All right.
been on before.
Oblivious people. So like people that like
Mm.
are just unaware of any surrounding.
That's a great one. That is a great one.
Good pick. Who wants to go next?
Bo.
You said who? You said you, Jeans?
Your pick is Bo or Bo?
Oh, I know.
No, no.
Hey, that's a good
Nah,
pick.
Bo can go. Bo can go next.
Okay. My first pick is people that walk slow in front of me. Like whether it's at the grocery store or like the airport, like people that walk slow in front of me, I just can't. It's the worst.
I might have a pick that's similar to that.
Okay. It's all right.
Yeah, I was gonna piggyback off of that one too. I'm gonna have to go with I feel like the rules of driving apply to the rules of walking. So like just walk on the right hand side. Like, just stay on the right. Don't walk into me into the grocery store. Like if
Hmm.
I'm in one side, just go on the other. Like it's really not that difficult to do. I shouldn't have to swerve around your cart.
Yep.
Good pick. Good pick. All right, I got two here. My first one, I will go with that sound when you need to replace your smoke alarm, and it's just
Oh,
always going off. And you'll like go to someone's house, you're watching like a video, and someone's in their house, and you just hear in the background. You're like, please, for the love of God, turn that thing off or replace the batteries.
yeah. Thing is, I'm black, so I'm used to that sound.
No comment.
That sound means nothing to me.
I'm glad you said it and not me.
So yeah, I'm used to that sound, but I'm with you though. I'm with you.
And I will say for my next pick, bad parkers.
Ooh.
I was at the grocery store the other day and this person double parked so fucking bad, like so fucking bad. And it was a busy ass parking lot with like no parking. And I was like, that person 1,000% deserves to get their car keyed.
Hmm.
Oh God.
Terrible, dude, like the worst. There might have been 5 parking spots out of this like 200 parking spot area, and just such an asshole the way they parked. I want to key their car, but if I saw someone keying it, I'd be like, hell yeah.
No, I like that.
All right,
Fair.
back to jeans.
Um, I'm probably gonna have to go with people who wait too long to turn while you're driving. Like there's a car like maybe 75 yards away going at like 50 or 40 miles an hour, and the person in front of you just refuses to go to the entire street is clear. That really bothers me because I like the speed. I like driving fast. I don't like taking my time. I mean, like, if I have to, sure, whatever. I'm not zooming by a 60 out of 100, but yeah, I can't stand that. Just go. There's plenty of time for you to make that without getting hit. That's my pet peeve.
Good pick. Bo.
How many picks are we doing? Are we doing three or four?
Total 3.
Okay. Um, okay. I okay. All right. I don't know how often this happens to you guys, but when you get I don't know how often you guys eat like popcorn. I ate a lot of popcorn. And like when popcorn gets like stuck in like your teeth and you can't get it out, it's like the worst
Yeah.
thing in the world to me. So that is annoying to me.
That's a
That's
good
why I don't.
pick.
That's why I don't eat popcorn.
It's the worst, bro.
I don't eat a ton of popcorn, but that happens when I eat like certain meats. I'm like, bro, come on.
Hmm.
All right, Nate, your last two.
I'm gonna go with when you're in a line for ordering food and there's people in front of you and they finally get up there and then they don't know what the fuck they're ordering. Like, well, you've been in line all this time. Why don't you know what you're gonna order?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I have a piggyback off that one for my last one.
I think I do too. Hopefully you don't take it.
No, my last one's gonna be cheaters. Just be honest
Oh,
about stuff.
cheaters.
Cheaters in all sense.
Word.
Good pick. Great value, Nate.
Great value.
Great value.
Walmart value?
No,
Roll
that's
back.
Aldi's.
yeah.
All right, Bo.
Okay. So this is probably just like a me thing as well. But have you ever like gone to like going to get something, but then you forget what you were going to get?
Every day.
Yes.
Every day.
Yeah.
It's called old age.
That's like the worst. That's like the most annoying thing in the world when you go to the kitchen or something, or like you go to your room and you just completely forget like what you were going to go get. That is like the most annoying thing.
I think once you turn the age of 30, it happens at least once a week.
Oh no, it's creeping.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that's my pick.
All right, jeans.
I had a few pop in mind. But I think I'm gonna have to go with when you put your phone charger to charge and your charger just starts messing up, so you have to start wiggling it so it gets the right angle to actually charge.
Mm,
I think that's killed me a few mornings. Like, put my phone to charge, go to sleep, wake up, I look at my phone and it says like 4%, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, bro. Then you got to go to work with no charge on your phone. That's me. I hate it. I need my charge. I need my phone. I'm on it all the time.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. All right, my last one, and we'll do honorable mentions.
I got so many.
It's the same. I will go with when you go up to the register at like a gas station to go buy like whatever you have in your hand, and someone before you is still shopping at the store, but they put their shit on the counter like it's there for everyone to use, and you're
Yep.
like, none of this shit is mine. This is mine. The worst.
Yep. That is a
Alright.
great one.
Like, if everyone did it, do you think that's okay? Like, no. What are you doing?
Yep.
Okay, let's do honorable mentions. Who's got some?
Bro, you ever warm up food and take a bite and the inside is still cold?
Oh my
Bro,
God, that
every-
is such a good one.
Every hot pocket,
Yes, that's
except
exactly
for the
what I was thinking.
outside. Except for the outside.
Scalding,
Yeah.
you're gonna lose the top of your mouth, but everything else is freezing.
Yep. I had 5 that I this is a great topic for me. Okay.
Bo was very annoyed.
We all Karens, low key.
Yeah, yes, I get annoyed by a lot of things, but I keep it internal. But okay, so things that I was holding on. Okay. When you get a hole in your sock,
Gotta throw it out.
gotta throw it out. But when you get a hole in the sock in like the middle of the day and like you have to just wear it like the rest of the day.
I don't know if I
Um,
busted open a sock like that midday.
I have. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, when you forget your password and then you enter your password and you go to reset your password and then it's like you can't use a password you've already used before. That shit makes me so mad. I just want to rage. Okay. When you want to sneeze and then the sneeze goes away, that makes me really mad. The camera at checkout at Target makes me mad because you always look like shit when you look up. There's never been a time when I've like looked anywhere decent looking up at that camera at Target. It's always been the most humbling thing looking up at that Target camera. And then the last thing is when people like gatekeep stuff, like when they have a secret to tell you and they're like, oh, I got to tell you about this. And then they're like, oh, wait, I probably shouldn't or whatever. That shit pisses me off. Or they'll be like, I got something to tell you later. And I'm like, no, tell me now. Like that shit makes me mad.
Yeah,
Okay, that's my 5.
good picks. Nate?
I'd say people fucking ordering lotto tickets in front of you.
Oh my
Bro, on
God.
Friday, I will fist fight an old person if they're buying $50 worth
Yeah.
of. Oh my
And
God.
it's like play 3, so they gotta give like 900 numbers.
Or they'll be like, okay, and from my winnings, can I do like 5 on pump 1? And then here's my coffee. I'm like, oh my God, bro, please.
The worst.
That's a really good pick.
That random wheel on the grocery store when you're pushing that cart and it's just spinning or squeaking the whole time. That'll
Yeah,
drive me
man.
insane.
Yep.
That's why Instacart groceries.
Oh, my new pet peeve. So my I call it my I can't use that word. Anyways, I have a Subaru hatchback. And if you put anything in the middle of the passenger seat, the seatbelt thing will start going off. So that used to be like, if no one's sitting there, I'm tossing all my shit there. Especially when you have dodgeball, throw your bag and you keep driving. I can't do that now without putting the seatbelt on prior, and that shit drives me crazy.
Damn safety features.
Yeah.
All right. I have 2. My first one is unsolicited advice.
Mm.
That's a good one.
And my last one, and I guess this annoys me, but I wasn't gonna pick it. When people call me Brian, Brother, it's Ryan. I'm just gonna say okay, and then like go on with my day. I might see this person like one or two more times in my life, but I'm always in my head like, and then I just respond.
It's a good one, Brian. It's a good one.
And that is it for the draft. I will put this on Instagram. I am slacking. I still need to put the one on from Philly Dodgeball, but yeah, be on the lookout for that. All right, guys, this is our last recap of semi-pro for the season. For everyone who has stuck around, thank you. I know this is a long series and people watch us from America and other countries now, apparently. But so a lot of people probably don't know what we're talking about. I appreciate everyone that's stuck along and if you're still watching. But this is our last episode of recapping semi-pro that finished 2 months ago. We did it.
Hell
Did it.
yeah.
We did it. That's why I'm like, hey, let's do Ace of Spades and Impact in one. All right. So let's start bottom to the top. Bo, why don't you start with Phoenix?
Okay, Phoenix. So Phoenix was a team, I feel like synonymous with what everyone else has said, that I think wherever they finish in the standings is not a accurate depiction of their team. Because I think on paper they have really talented players. But I think either they all didn't show up together or they like picked up the pieces like throughout the season. Um, but I think Brenda, solid captain. She's gotten a lot better every time I see her play, and I think she's traveling more, which is good. So I hope she travels more next year. But yeah, they had a solid core. Man, it's been so long since I've been at semi-pro. I'm trying to remember everybody on the team, but like Tenny, Ben Stolfi. Um, they picked up Sarah Wood, which was like a good addition as well. Um, and then I'm trying to remember who else they had. Kevin as well. So like they had a bunch of good players. So there's actually like no reason in my mind they should have finished last in the standings. So I think it was just like them being together at the same time, um, and like playing together for the full season of semi-pro. I think they would have finished much higher than where they finished for sure.
Agreed.
Anyone got anything to add to that?
I think the last semi-pro day we had, they looked phenomenal. Like it was a whole different Phoenix team. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? These guys are going crazy right now. Yeah, they kicked ass. So I'm like piggybacking off of Bo, like if they just played like that the whole season, they would have been a very competitive team.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Nate, anything else?
No, I think everyone's kind of covered in the past and what Bo and Dean said.
Okay, let's move on to the next team. Nate, why don't you start with Squabble Up?
Uh, Squall Up had, for me, I found they had some of the most unique arms that a lot of people haven't brought up. They had a lot of weird arm angle throws. Randy, Chucky, just lots of different angles, which you don't get to see a lot sometimes. Some people have movement on balls, but not in the way that some of their balls came off. Chucky's has a weird like upward tail on it sometimes, and big catching team. I think the biggest problem was just like people have said in the past, they just couldn't find their rhythm of what they needed to do, and no, they had a really good team. I think if they just decided whether they wanted to be a fast-paced team or a slow-paced team, they would have done a lot better.
I agree. Bo?
Um, yeah, Squabble Up. Um, that was always a fun team to play because of Randy. I feel like Randy was just always on our ass. So, yeah, they were a fun team to play. I feel like on paper they were just like they're easily the most volatile team, besides us. Um, because I think yeah, Randy and then Taylor when Taylor was there. But they were very hard to play against because they're a good catching team as well. So um, I think Randy drafted very smart because the other like role players like Kyle and then Big Al allowed them to play that way because they would earn extra lives back for their team. Um, and Kevin Kimmick is good in the middle as well. So they had a good group. So I mean, they were always a team you definitely had to pay a lot of attention to for sure.
Jeans?
Um, Randy has a lot of energy. Like, well, like you guys said, great catching team. Uh, I feel like Randy, again, like Bo said, put a nice little squad together. That was my first time playing with against any of those guys aside from Randy, so it was a nice learning experience. Chucky's throw for the first time did throw me off. I think he got me on his very
Mhm.
first throw when I played against Squabble Up, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't know which way it was gonna break. I didn't even realize he threw it. I thought it was a pump fake. It was just a weird release. Um, yeah, I don't have much on Squabble Up. I don't remember half the people. I'm terrible with names. Plus, when I got injured, that gave me a gap too to forget everyone.
Yeah, it's also been a few months. Probably should have done two teams at once, but yeah, everything in my head is kind of like all this new dodgeball like experiences in the front part of my head and all this other shit is in the back. But
Yeah.
yeah. All right, Jeans, why don't you start with Ace of Spades?
Ace of Spades. That is Bo's team. Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, the only thing I could think of from Ace of Spades is every single time I'd hit what's his face, Big Jack guy. Okay, I can't remember his name.
Juan.
Quan.
One?
I think so. Every time I hit him, it would pop up and he would jump 20 feet out of bounds and make that catch, and it would drive me up a wall, brother, because it'd be such a beautiful hit on his chest. I'm like, I finally got him. And no, it pops right up and he makes that catch. Um, aside from that, you guys all have great arms. It's fun playing against Bo. I always shit talk Bo. It's always out of competitiveness and just because I know the guy. He might not hear me half the time and brushes me off, but I love Bo. Trying to remember everyone else on your team. Abby, right, was on your team.
Yeah, we had Abby, Megan, Quinn, Pat. We picked up Angel. We had Justin
Right.
Thomas.
Justin Thomas. Justin Thomas is a great guy. I love him. It's probably one of my first dodgeball people I make acquainted myself with. He's just very kind. Abby, I'm always afraid to throw solo at her. Um, Yeah, I think that was the first time I got to like clutch up a 3v1 or a 4v1, and it was the
Mhm.
longest round of my life. What's his name? Shout out to Pat. Was it Pat? That's his name?
Yep.
Yeah, Pat.
God,
Yeah.
that guy ball blocks everything. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm getting exhausted here. Um, so yeah, like it was a very like complete team. Like there weren't like many holes. Except Angel. Angel, you suck. No, I'm kidding. Um, love you,
Angel
bro.
on what
I thought,
team?
I, no, Angel knows I love him. But yeah, like I said, Ace of Spades is a fun team to play against. There's not many holes or gaps. You guys finished sixth. Um, I thought you guys were going to finish a lot higher, to be honest. Considering your corners looks very dangerous. It's probably, like I said, it's my first time playing against all these people. So I just saw these people lining up against me. I'm like, holy shit, this is kind of. I was intimidated. I'm not gonna lie. I was very intimidated with that lineup. Yeah,
Nate?
Yeah, no, obviously lots of the teams had staffing issues, so that was a big factor. But yeah, nothing scarier than never seeing Quan throw and then having him right directly across from you, pulling full force at you for the first time. But yeah, strong corners, Bo and Quan, and yeah, they had just a solid team that just unfortunately staff just not being able to show up every time, and Bo got injured. So
yeah, forgot
yeah,
about that.
Bo?
I think we didn't draft how we were supposed to. Um that's my fault. Also 90% Quan's fault. Which I don't know if we talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk
Um,
about that later.
but yeah, so it started there. But yeah, overall, like I liked our team, like how it was constructed. The franchise starting with like me, Quan, Abby, and Megan. Um, yeah, I liked our team. I thought it was like pretty corner dependent. So teams kind of like picked on like Quan first. So like they would like triple him, and then they would hold me so like I couldn't counter them. And then yeah, it was kind of like we need help from the middles and stuff like that. So it was like tough, like being like how we kind of constructed the team. I would have done it differently if we would have drafted correctly. But I liked our team. Everyone on the team was a good player, so I wasn't unhappy with anybody that we had. But yeah, the staffing thing, I think I only came to like three maybe because of tournaments. And then I was only healthy for two of them, I think, that I actually played in. So then they picked on Quan more because they knew I couldn't throw. So I felt bad for Quan. He was just getting picked on the whole time. So
Yeah,
felt bad
poor
I
Quan,
couldn't
man.
felt bad I couldn't help him more than I could. I was throwing underhand for most of it. Um, but yeah, it also like gave other players the opportunity to step up. So I thought Pat did a really good job stepping up in those moments, and Justin too. And I thought Angel grew a lot when we picked Angel up. And you saw Angel like get a lot more vocal. Like in times when like Quan and I would be frustrated, like Angel would be like, "Come on, like let's go," and like normally that would be us doing that, but it would come from Angel. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, like Quinn, Megan, Abby, they're obviously like great. Quinn's a great catcher. Megan has improved a lot. And then um, Abby's played for three different or two different countries now. She played for Team Canada, Puerto Rico. She's just a world traveler now, so international Abby. So, um, good player too. So yeah, I'd be interested, like, if we ran that team back and we could actually make every tournament where we would actually finish. But yeah, it was fun. Good team.
You want to start with impact, Bo?
Yeah, Impact, kind of the same tip, like injuries and like staffing. I feel like you guys were never a complete team altogether because like either like Jeans was hurt, I think. Uh, I I think Sean was hurt. I don't know, Ryan, you were hurt. I just assume everyone was hurt on your team at some point. Um, so yeah, it's yeah. I think Impact was just like injured at all times, like the IR team. But on paper, like it seemed to be like you guys always would kind of like coast during round robin, and then it would be a team that I never want to play in playoffs because like you guys always just figure it out in playoffs. You guys are a much better like playoff team because you guys like lock in playoffs. So because you have like really experienced players, like all of you guys are experienced by now between you three, Ashley, Sean, and then you guys picked up Derek later. Derek's played for a while. Even like you guys have Victoria on team too, right? Like Victoria's played in your guys'
Three.
league, and then you guys had Tree too. So like top to bottom, you didn't really have any zeros. It was just more so your guys' health wasn't there for the most part. But yeah, I would say like our two teams kind of the same story of just staffing and being there together all at once.
Yeah, I would agree. Nate?
Yeah, injuries was our biggest thing. I mean, I think you and me were the only ones who made it to every semi-pro.
Yes.
I played two of them injured.
I played the first one with a very fucked up sprained thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we had a solid team. We ran into teams that we didn't play good against a lot in playoffs, like Sauce. And it seemed to be always Sauce or Shake and Bake. It seemed to be the two we always played.
I agree with that. There was like a few times where like I'm looking at the playoffs, and I'm like, all right, we're gonna line up against Sauce, and I'm like, all right, guys, we're playing Sauce, and I could see everyone's like, oh, what the fuck? And I'm like, no, we got it, let's go, and then like
Yeah.
we would lose by like one game, and it's like they just dragged out the last game, and we lost because like they had one more person than us, or they just had people on the court, so they were just gonna drag the game out as much as possible.
Yeah. No, I think we played really well most of the season. We definitely played the best the first week when we had everyone, and that last finals, we definitely played probably the best of the whole season.
Yeah, Jeans.
Yeah. Like you guys said, we were all injured. Would have been nice to see everyone play at the same time all together. Um, I mean, you guys pretty much hit everything head on. Um, I think there was a lot of like low energy at times. Like we weren't very like uppity, I guess. We were just like mentally like done for some reason. Um, there was a lot of that. There was a lot of again injuries and there's a lot of bonehead plays. We were giving up a lot of ball possession, a lot. Like ball control was just not our thing at all. I'm guilty, but Impact was a team that I definitely grew on a lot. Like there was a lot to learn. There's a lot of different play styles to play against. Overall, it was a great experience for me. So I took a lot away from it.
Yeah, there. I think it was like the first two tournaments. I was just trying to put everyone in different positions and see, like, okay, can this person play in this corner? Can this person play out of the middle? Um, what does this person do on a way? Can like they make their ball blocks? And I think throughout the season, everyone improved, so I was able to kind of switch things up on the fly. But between injuries and people not showing up, it was rough. And then one other thing that I don't like giving into bad habits, I will give into a bad habit at this gym, and it was ball control. Because I think it was the first two or three tournaments, I was like, please, 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 like if someone is at the front line and we run, if someone's at the front line and we throw a ball, now we have two. If the other team runs it away, I would say like let's be reactive, not proactive. And I think the first two or three tournaments, we're just chucking the ball, giving up five. They're baiting us, like they're baiting us, and then we give up five, and then someone gets three balls thrown at them. So I think it was the third or the fourth tournament. I was like, all right, fuck it. We give up ball control. Let's just make it organized chaos. That's what I called it. So I'm like, all right, if we're gonna go five, we're gonna throw three at Quan. I don't care. Like we're not gonna throw two at Quan, miss, and then someone like tries running us down on a way, and then we throw the fifth ball. If we're gonna give up five, we're gonna give up five. Let's just get a really good player out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate that
that worked out
gym.
for us.
I will say that they did announce at the end of the Secret Santa tournament. I believe the magic number is 9, but if they get 9 teams to sign up for the franchises for next year, they will move the tournament to the back. So they have like a floor hockey kind of setup, and they'll set up nets and stuff. So we get 9 teams.
I'm not playing in that same gym again.
We
So
gotta get 9 teams. That's all. That's all.
better get 9 teams.
I I think, I mean, unfortunately, the issue I think with semi-pro and beginning of before the season even started was not that there wasn't enough people that signed up, because there was 8 total teams and there was like 15 people in the player pool. It
Mhm.
was people starting a franchise. Like the draft got pushed back a few days because I think we only had like 5 franchises or 6.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, if we get 9 franchises, like I start asking around now if you're watching this and you're interested, but start asking around. Get it's 2 guys, 2 girls, and then you go into the draft as a team. And yeah, I think it's a good time. If anyone's on the fence, or I know there's like a lot of people from Connecticut and Boston traveling down to Long Island, but it'd be nice to try and get some more people from like Maryland or DC or Philly.
All right. It's once a month and a lot of good players in the Northeast. So it's like all the best players in the Northeast. So
Honestly, yeah,
Basically, yeah.
you're gonna get a lot better playing there.
I feel like it's been more competitive than a lot of USA tournaments.
At
So
times, I would agree. Certain rounds.
certain rounds for sure.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to Sauce. Nate, why don't you start with this one?
Sauce, they're probably one of the best catching teams in my opinion of out of all the teams. They definitely hurt missing Dylan at the beginning of the season. Once he came back though, they definitely locked in. Um, Claire killed it in the corner and kind of taken over captaining a bit. Um, yeah, they always seem to have our number every time we play them, or we had a really close matches. Um, yeah, all the girls, probably one of the best girl-sided teams as well. That all of them could catch, they could throw, they could play anywhere, corner, middle, didn't matter. Yeah, I love playing that team just because everyone could catch. I'm the type of person that loves to just I want you to catch me. I want you to show you can catch me kind of person. So yeah, definitely a solid team overall, and yeah.
All right, Jeans.
Um, yeah, those girls definitely kicked ass. Claire had my number quite a few times, whether it was catching or hitting me, like toe tagging me. I sat there in awe one day because the ball came a lot faster than I thought it was gonna come out of her hand, and I was like, shit, this shit can throw. Johnny was on that team too, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, Johnny's grown a lot since I've first seen her play. She's getting off the floor. She could jump. I know that's one thing she was working on. Her
Bro, she
sword
rolled the
saves.
fuck out of her ankle. I don't know if you saw that Instagram video.
Yes. I was telling her, I'm like, aren't you on my team for this weekend or the following weekend or whatever? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, damn, that's one girl we lost. But I think she played. Did she not play in the Christmas tournament?
We
Am I
just won
tripping?
Secret Santa.
Oh, you're right. She was playing. I
Yeah.
forgot. Yeah,
She's on
yeah,
my
yeah.
team. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Shit.
yeah. So I was like, I thought I saw her playing, so she'll be fine for this weekend for 2 days from now. Um, but yeah, Dylan came back. They started even, they were pretty good without Dylan, but with Dylan, they were amazing. They just jumped to that next level that was needed. Um, like Nate said, Claire came and took over that leadership role. She does a phenomenal job of that. I'm trying to think of the other guys on Sauce.
Jordan,
Yep. Jordan.
Oh,
Jordan, they had
Jordan,
Garrett,
Jordan.
they had Chris Brand. He only came like a few times.
Yeah, I don't remember Chris too much. Garrett Goober, love the guy. And Jordan, I told Jordan, if you could learn how to properly throw, you'd be a monster. Like, and I think the last two semi-pros, he started like actually like following through with his throw and stuff, and he started flying out. I was like, holy shit, there it is. So I was definitely gassing him up for that. Good shit, Jordan. But yeah, they're a pretty solid team. I have nothing else.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, synonymous with them. The girls are really good. Chris, Chrissy's good. Johnny, um, Claire. I think like Claire got exponentially better playing on that team because she had to. Um, and yeah, I think from like play calling, she had to play call on that team. Garrett's always a wild card on that team and just in
Yeah.
general. Um, and then Jordan, yeah, Jordan's a good catcher, like great catcher. We could work on his like throwing mechanics. Like I think, yeah, he'd be a really, really solid player as well. Funny thing about Jordan, we brought him up in Mexico to Jeremy and Brett. We were like, he should be a Team USA manager for Worlds.
Oh my God.
Because he'd be like our best like hype man for
He should be,
Worlds.
yeah, vibes guy.
So we're gonna try and make him our team manager for Worlds.
That's another
But
country's gonna be like, why is that guy twerking?
yeah, exactly. Eli gets a catch and you see Jordan just Jordan.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and then yeah, I mean Dylan's Dylan. I'm not gonna glaze him, so um, he's fine. But yeah, yeah, good team for
He
sure.
was fine.
Yeah, he's fine, whatever.
All right, Jeans, want to start with Sirius?
I'm gonna be honest. I can't remember not in a bad way. I just can't remember anything about Syria. Or who
So
played
I'm
on Syria.
Wow.
I have I'm pulling up all the rosters, so I
I
remember
knew you were
too.
doing that, Bo. I
Because
could tell.
I was like, there's no way I'm gonna remember these either. But they had Matt,
Oh,
Robbie, Kara,
Jackson.
Jackson, Ben,
Zach,
Morgan, Zach Fernald,
that
Jesse.
team.
Jesse. Yeah,
Yeah, so that team was stacked. My brain just refused to remember that. That's what it was. It's a
they were
coping
stacked.
mechanism.
Yeah,
Um,
thanks.
that the whole team can throw. That's all I can just remember getting countered every second. Like when I step at the line, I know my right foot drags, and that's just how my throwing mechanic is. I'm trying to work on that, and it kind of just stays planted for some God-given reason. And Robbie would just pick me apart with that. Like I would throw the ball and I see the ball coming at my right hip every time. Like the whole team would do that. Very fast counters. They can all pretty much catch, ball block. Like yeah, they're a solid team. Like they all have arms. That's the only thing I can remember about them. Like yeah,
Bo.
Yeah, I knew when I saw their roster initially that they were gonna have the best like arm talent, I think. Between like Zach, Robbie, Ben, Jackson's got a good arm, Matt's got a good arm. I thought like defensively they would be like on the weaker side, because they would be like a little exposed, but like defensively they were pretty good still. Jesse's gonna earn them extra lives. I think Morgan's really hard to hit. Morgan's gotten so much better. Morgan's kind of my mom at tournaments actually. When I play them in mixed, like, yeah, Morgan like will just get me out for like all the time because she'll just throw at the same time that I throw and she'll just hit me every time. So Morgan's kind of my mom. I think Ben's hard to hit for his size, and then if you throw in front of him, like you're dead basically. And then Robbie's got a cannon. Matt's got a good arm. Andy's really smart. Jackson's improved a shit ton. And Jackson's just like one of the most like passionate players. Like anything good that happens on the court is like, let's fucking go. Like,
yeah.
yeah, the biggest like raw guy there is. So it makes you just like want to beat him so bad. So like when you lose to him, it like irks you a little bit, but it's good. Like I would always take Jackson on my team. But yeah, this is a good team overall. I would expect this team to be in the final like every single time. Like this team and like Invictus, like I would expect to be in the final like every time, to be honest.
I think the two players that have made like the biggest leaps in bounds, I'll say three. I think Nate, I think you have made like huge leaps in bounds, and I think that you could tell that from like the practice and stuff in Connecticut. Like you had a big arm, and now you're going for the catches and getting them, and like your catching radius is like here, not here, or like on your toes.
Can we talk about how he was catching with the freaking Cookie Monster suit or whatever it was? The
Yeah.
guy had so many catches during the Halloween games. It was insane how you made all those catches with that costume. I don't know how you did it.
Dude,
No
I
clue.
just gotta wear it all the time now.
You
Yeah.
have to. Yeah, and your ball blocking, like you're starting to use two hands when you ball block.
Yes.
My second player I will say is Claire because I think she stepped up a lot, not just physically but mentally, leading that team, um, and taking control. And then I will say Jackson. Like Jackson's ball blocking has always been really good. That's like the first thing I noticed with him. But his throws got really good. His lateral movement got extremely good. His catching has gotten really good. And yeah, I'm really proud of him.
Yeah. When he first was playing with us or whatever, I know his arm was injured. Like he would have flare ups in his elbow and all that. Once he got that under control, he just started working on his form and his came up like 4 or 5 miles an hour harder than when he was throwing a year ago. Um, Jackson was definitely one of the first people I hit up for the turkey takedown. That was fun. So happy I got to play with him there.
Hell yeah. And he's one of those people that will hit me up and ask me for questions. And I remember he was stretching. I was repping and stretching. He came up to me. He's like, "Hey man, what do you do for stretching?" And I'm like showing him because I have like my bands, like I'm currently stretching. And then he's like, "Oh, okay." And he runs and he grabs his bands. And then he stands next to me. He starts doing the same exact thing I'm doing. So that guy's a sponge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love Jackson.
All right, Nate, and you also got to play with Matt Spadone this weekend for Secret Santa tournament.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I love Matt. Matt was fantastic. He kind of took over kind of as captain for our team, and just he killed it. He's super. He gets everyone involved, and he's very clear on like what to do every play, and definitely was nice to play with other people and see how they play and see different ideas. I've played with you a lot, Ryan, so I know a lot of your style. So it's nice to see other people's like perspective on things. But Sirius is definitely one of my favorite teams to play because of their good arms. I love competitiveness, so I love when I get to face really tough throws because if I can face them, I should be able to face anyone in reality. But yeah, very solid team. I'm surprised they didn't make it farther more often than they did. They did get the two wins, I think.
Um, yes, they were also missing Jesse and Zach for I think at least two of the tournaments,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
went to the finals with them missing one of the times too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid team. One of the top arms, like everyone's been saying. Definitely.
For sure. And they're like a pretty analytical team. So like I don't know if they said it on the pod or it was something afterwards we're talking about, but they're talking about like when we're on defense and like when this person threw or like when we had four balls, like our hit rate was like this. And it was like an exact number, like 8 for 13 or something like that. I was like, damn, that's pretty interesting. I forget what the exact stat was that they told me, but they knew it. All right, next team, Bo. Why don't we start with Invictus?
Invictus. Yeah, so I'll never forgive Gio for tanking the first one so they could pick up John. I don't care what he says. I'm just kidding, kind of not really. But Invictus, like on paper, like they should have made it to the final every single time. And I think they pretty much did, I think. Their roster was like pretty stacked, especially for like a league like this. I mean, you had like basically six practice squad players on there. You had like Geo, John, Rennie, um, Alyssa, um, I think Noah. I think Noah got snubbed. I think he'll get added next year. Um, and then Jacob's trying out for Cloth. I think Jacob has gotten a shit ton better, and I think that he'll get added to um for Cloth. And then Tom's a solid player, and then they also had Allen. So like that team is just like they have no zeros on that team, which is like important in a league like that. So um when you play them, it's like who do you throw at first?
Alan.
Like who do you prio? Even Allen being like 6'4" or however tall he is, like he's hard to hit for whatever reason.
He really
um
is.
um yeah, he's annoying and like he'll like dance or whatever, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking hit you, and then you just don't, and then that gets irritating.
Every time you play Invictus, the game stops like at least 3 times because of Alan's classes falling off.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that team top to bottom was pretty stacked. They drafted well. They had like a good franchise to start. Yeah, that team was just really good. So
Nate,
Yeah, nothing like the Allen shoulder shrug up to the line to
I wonder
have
who's
you
throwing.
worried. Yeah, no, like both said, I think they had probably the most overall best team in terms of like overall play style, both guys and females. Yeah, didn't matter who was in, they could win a 1v6. I mean, in reality, they were yeah, they were a tough team. They were missing Geo, but it didn't even make factor really, um, just because they had such a solid squad. And I think, as others have said, Noah kind of took over that role of leading them. And yeah, they're just a solid team and really tough to beat, no matter who was in.
Jeans?
Same. I mean, they're great from top to bottom. Like I like messing with Allen. So like I'll say throw at Allen, but in reality, like you're not gonna hit him in the first few throws. Like he's either gonna jump ridiculously high, he's gonna lay on the ground. Allen's 6'4", and I've never seen someone touch the floor so fast. Like
Yeah.
they're all great, you know. I have nothing bad to say against, nothing bad about the team. They're great.
Yeah. I can agree. They remind me a lot of Charter from the first season. So
Yeah, fuck that
there's
team
like
too.
no negatives on the team at all.
Yeah, Charter was hard to beat too. It was just like, where do you prio? And then when you get a prio out, there's just more prios. Everyone's a prio.
Yeah, I feel like I mean there's definitely teams this past season where you're like, okay, like we can bait this person into doing something, or like this person will make a mistake, and after that we will just capitalize on it. Um, this team, like I don't think there's anyone really like at
Yeah.
all.
When you have a team like that, like Jacob's a good example on that team. Like he's basically a soldier on that team, and like he would go up and just like go and trade with you because he knew that he could go up and trade with you. It doesn't matter if he gets out because he has five other plus players on that team that can go, finish the set for you, as opposed to like other teams where it's like you have to value your life way more because you don't have that luxury. So like anybody on Invictus, like top to bottom, Melissa, Noah, anybody could just run up and trade when you have advantage or you have that manipulated situation. Jacob was just very good at recognizing that and just going up and just fuck it, I'm gonna go trade with you because he knew who he still had personnel wise behind them. So when you have a good
Mm,
team like that, you can kind of play more free like that.
yeah, yeah, totally agree. All right, and our last team, Nate. Why don't you start with Shake and Bake?
My wife's on the team. That's about
And that's Shake and Bake. All right,
it.
boys.
Not shake.
Don't
Shaker Bake's probably they're a good overall team too. We definitely for impact. I feel like we had the most close games against them, if not Sauce. We always were back and forth. Um, Rooney and Andrew were killer in the corners, and they were really good at helping all the middles um, learn and stick to a plan. Um, Brian's my like kryptonite. That dude, I could throw at his head, his foot. He'd catch my ball no matter what I did. Um,
He's a
Amanda,
crazy catch radius.
dude, like it didn't matter where I threw. He just caught my ball. Did the same thing at Turkey Takedown, and same thing. But yeah, loved playing that team. Mare and Amanda definitely grew a lot. Super proud of both of them. Um, I think playing with Rooney definitely helped both them learn a lot. And yeah, love playing that team. Very, very scrappy team. They could like it didn't matter. A lot of their corners and inside wing were very effective in play calling and could get anyone out essentially. Yeah, fun team to play against, back and forth. Um, yeah.
Jeans.
Um, they're I just like playing against them. Not in a bad way. Like they're just an annoying team. Like none of my I could never hit them. It doesn't matter what I threw. Could be a slider, could be a fastball, low, high. Like I think my hit percentage against them was very, very low. Um, great movement, great ball blocking. Like Nate said, both their corners were their survivability. it wasn't them two standing. It was either one last. The both of them can catch. Like you said, Amanda and Mare definitely grew a lot there. I think was it Amanda that had your number for a while? Ryan was. I think you threw
Yeah, how
two
many
at her in
times
one
did I catch
game.
you?
Yeah, I was like,
Too many.
no.
Tough.
I was like, Jesus. So yeah, their growth has been pretty good. I'm missing a few people. I know I got those four. I can't remember anyone else. There's a bunch.
Andrew, Nikki, Brian.
Tara Pang was on that team. Carlos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the hype
Carlos.
man,
They,
Carlos.
they had two
Oh,
Bryans on that team.
yeah, like they all had great move. That's a really good movement team, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't hit them. I sucked against them. So my bias is you all suck. No jokes. They're great, you know. It was always fun playing against them. Like Nate said, it was a lot of back and forth, a lot of close games. Um, and yeah, it's a team I learned a lot from. Learned I can hit them.
Well,
Yeah, I would say this team, like roster wise, like they are the team that like got the most out of their team. Like they recognized like what each player could do and they like maximized their strengths on the team. So, and I think Nikki and Andrew, assuming that they were driving the bus, I think that they put everybody in positions to be successful. And I think that's why they got the most like juice out of everybody on the team. And like each player on their team had like moments where they had like shining moments, like Amanda and Meredith catching. Meredith's throw has gotten a lot better. Same with Amanda's. I know Amanda and Nate have been working on throwing, so that's been constantly improving. You can tell throughout the season. And Nick and Andrew being so good defensively in the corners allowed the middle players. One, they earned balls back, and then two, allowed the middle players to be able to throw freely because if the corners countered, we knew that Andrew was throwing one right back at us, or Nikki was throwing one right back at us too. Um, they had good arms in the middle with both Bryans and Carlos. Um, but yeah, they didn't really have any real zeros either. So, um, yeah, they were kind of a scrappy, annoying team to play. They would like every set was a grind against that team. Like there was no quick like you beat them in 45 seconds because you just couldn't hit them that fast. So
I think against this team, I think we tied them the most, and I think we also lost to them by like one game the most.
yeah.
Yeah. This was definitely our team's kryptonite.
Oh,
Them and Sauce for sure. But that is it for recapping the other teams. Let's move into recapping our teams. So I haven't done two teams yet. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you questions, Bo, for Ace of Spades, and then we'll do Impact afterwards.
Sure.
All right. First question. What's the story behind your team's name?
That yeah, I actually don't know. I think that I had Chat GPT'd like dodgeball team names. And I remember having a list from like when we created Flight a couple years ago of like team names. And I remember Aces was one and like Spades was another one, I think. And I think Quan like combined the two of like Ace of Spades. So I think Quan created the name.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
probably also like Average Joe's, Incredibles, Dodge Fathers.
Yeah. Yeah, something. I don't know. Yeah, I think ChatGPT came up with like horrible names. So then I was off of that. Yeah.
All right, on to the next question. And we kind of touched on this earlier. What was your team's draft strategy?
Well, the thing is, I had a draft strategy and I texted. So the story behind it is that I had open gym the night of the draft. So like for the BDL, like I'm one of the board members, so I have to help run the open gyms. So I had open gym the night of the draft. So Quan said that he could do the draft. So um I texted him a list of like guys that I wanted. Um, not necessarily in order, but I was like, if you can draft these guys, like draft these guys first. And then I texted him that. And then right before the draft started, he's like, "What about girls?" Um, I said, and I texted him, I said, "Jackie first, then Quinn." And then he took that as in draft Jackie first for our first team pick and then Quinn. So he then in turn drafted Jackie first for us and then Quinn on the return. So those were our first two picks. So like I'm at open gym and um I like look down on my phone like in between like games or whatever and my phone is just blowing up in the captain's chat of like, "But what are you doing? Blah blah blah." I'm like, "What do you mean?" or whatever. And then I see like what I've drafted so far. Like not that Jackie and Quinn are bad players by any means. Like but yeah, like he didn't draft like any of the guys that I wanted that I could have had. So my team could have looked drastically different. And all the other teams in the league could have looked drastically different.
That's the
Uh,
thing. That's the thing.
but so yeah, and then my first pick, Jackie, she only came to one tournament the whole year because she moved to Arizona and then she couldn't come back due to like, other reasons. So my first overall pick came to one tournament. So that was basically a pick I just threw away. And then I didn't get a guy until the third round, and I think it was either Pat or Justin. But yeah, all like the guys that any of the other guys on the list were gone, like, Jeans. I don't know, Nate, were you a franchise or were you? I think
I
I still have the list because you both would have been on the list.
Yeah, you had both of them up top.
Oh, okay.
The screenshot, it was hilarious that you sent in the group
Oh
message.
yeah, because I texted the group because they were like, "Bo, there's no way you did this," and I was like, "No, I texted the screenshots that I texted to Quan of like what I wanted him to do," and they were yeah, so like I could see how like he could like that could be confusing, but like again, in my mind, it's like 90% Quan's fault.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what happened.
rough.
All right, on to the next question. What's the biggest improvement your team made?
Um. Biggest improvement our team made. Um, that's a good question.
Good question.
I would say I think like our timing of throws like we tried to work on because that was really poor. And I think that started to get better towards the end. Um, but then like recognizing like situations where we could take advantage of certain situations. So like when someone throws a ball at us on a set play, we can add a throw to it. So like say we call like I don't know, set Bravo or whatever, and then um someone throws one pre-counters us, then we can add another to that play. Like we started recognizing that more. Um, I would say is probably our biggest improvement. But we were a chaotic team, to be honest. So,
Yeah. Okay, next question. What were some of your team strengths and what were some weaknesses?
our team strengths, I thought that we, I thought we had like we're pretty balanced between like arms and like defense, like and defense. I thought defensively we were pretty good always, and then from an arm talent perspective, like as long as Quan and I stayed alive, like 1 through 6, we were pretty solid. Um, I think when either Quan or I died, that's when it got a little sticky because then the other one just got picked on, or held. But I think overall, like I think we were a pretty balanced team, which I really enjoyed, and I thought like everyone played their part really well. Weaknesses was definitely our communication was not good. I think that probably starts with me and Quan being the more tenured players. Um, But yeah, I think we would have a tendency to go off the rails a little bit when shit was hitting the fan. Because I think we would get frustrated that we were getting abused sometimes. We were like, man, fuck this. Between getting abused and the wall, my mental weakness was rising pretty quickly. And I was like, man, fuck this.
Yeah, I mean, especially with your team too, and like, this is not a shot at like players three through whatever, but obviously there was kind of a drop off after you and Quan. But I think from my point of view, it was a lot more obvious who would be throwing in the beginning of
Yeah,
the game, and then it would just get more and more obvious, which is rough. But
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely a learning experience, but yeah, it's I would definitely run that team back, and I would play it differently for sure. Yeah.
All right, superlatives for your team. First one, most likely to close out a 1v6.
Um, I think that I was the only one that did anything close to that, so I'd probably say myself.
Okay. Next one, biggest hype man slash woman.
Um, Justin, I think, is probably our biggest hype man.
Next one, most likely to sacrifice their body for a catch.
Um,
Fucking
well,
Quan.
Yeah, I would say that's Quan. Um, but I would also low key say Angel. I feel like Angel throws his body around too unnecessarily. Stop,
Megan
stop.
too.
Yeah,
Megan was
Megan.
throwing her body around, getting low, like setting up her hands real well.
Yeah. Well, Megan was a soccer goalie, so
That makes a lot of sense.
yeah. So that I think she was a soccer goalie.
Because she was going for catches on her knees and she had like her hands flipped up, which I thought that was kind of crazy because like that's what a lot of hands catchers do. And I mean, she's turns out she's a really good hands catcher,
Yeah.
but she's also a newer player. So when I saw that, I'm like, it wouldn't surprise me if she turned into a hands catcher that flips her hands up, but most people are the other way.
Hmm.
But all right, next one, Team Clown.
Team Clown. Let's see. I think Megan's kind of a clown. Um, I think Pat is also kind of a clown. Quan is also kind of a clown. So actually, I'm gonna go Quan. Quan is a clown.
And my last one, most likely to show up to a tournament late.
Oh, that's Quan. Quan Quan showed up late to half of the things, and he half of the ones that he showed up to, he lives there.
Yeah.
We would play like the first series without him every time.
There was one tournament where we're playing you guys first, and I saw Quan walk into the gym. I'm like, all right, let's run it. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna run the first game quick as
Hell yeah.
fuck.
Quan, where's your black ass at? Yeah.
And my last question: what are some things that you changed in semi-pros? Things that you did/did not like?
The wall. Wall's ass. Been saying it for 2 years now. I would say, yeah, the wall stinks. But I understand. I love the floors though, so I think it's like still a good venue. But if we could somehow avoid the walls, or like if it's the final, like play the other way,
Oh,
so then the wall isn't as much of a factor. Because you could easily just turn it and play like a normal volleyball court, I think.
yeah.
Um, so I think doing that for a final or like semifinal if it time allows. Um, and yeah, I think other than that, I think semi-pros ran pretty well. I think like some of the like the free agency and like trading stuff is like annoying, but yeah, and like the ELO shit and whatever, like all that other stuff is kind of weird, but yeah.
I'm glad that we moved away from Elo because I kind of had an issue with it the last season with Charter. And the trades, I will say too, as a captain, not the biggest fan of the number of people that also have to agree that like instead of vetoing. So I think it was what six had to agree. So
Yeah.
you the person that you're trading, the team you're trading with, and then 4 others out of 8, which I
Yeah,
think
like
that's a little rough.
what other league would have that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
So that's my only 2 things.
yeah.
All right, let's talk about impact. The first 2 questions, I don't think you guys could answer, but I'll go ahead and ask myself these questions. So, first question, what's the story behind your team's name? So, Impact was, I'd say, my first real competitive team. It was a team that was started, I want to say like 2016, 2017. And I got the idea of bringing it back after I saw Brick Squad got brought in back. And I was like, I would love to bring that back. Like, I had really good memories on Impact, and towards the end, not the best, but I wanted to bring it back. And that was the story behind that. Next question, what was your draft strategy? So my strategy was to draft versatile players that I thought would show up consistently. So I didn't want just a corner. I didn't want just a middle player. I didn't want just an arm. I didn't want just a catcher. I wanted players that I felt confident in being able to play really good on offense and defense, or at least show potential of like, okay, this person has a really good arm. Their catching may not be the best, but like, let's work on their ball blocking or like them sliding their feet or something like that. Like, I feel confident in drafting this person and then developing them over a 6-month span. Um, and that's that for that question. Next question, what's the biggest improvements your team made? So Nate, why don't you take this one?
I'd say ball control. It's probably our biggest problem at the beginning of the season, like we touched upon. We we definitely slowed things down later in the season. And then just surviving. I know myself, like sometimes would give myself up for a trade, and sometimes I think our team didn't take our lives serious enough, and we would get out on stupid outs.
Jeans?
Yeah, like Nate mentioned and I mentioned way earlier, ball control is a huge thing. I feel like we did way better with 3 or 4 on our team. I mean, any team would, but like specifically us, like, we can all move, a lot of us can catch, so on and so forth. But ultimately, like when you have more than one ball flying at the same time, your percentage of you getting out is a lot higher. Um, I think ball control was a bigger thing. There's one more thing I was thinking, like that last time in pro. I'm like, wow, we were really doing X, Y, and Z way better. I don't remember what it was. I think it might have just been overall energy, just team morale. We're able to keep our heads
Yeah.
up, keep our head in the game, and that's really important.
I think it was between the second and third tournament. So the first tournament we lost in the finals in the very last game. The second one, I think the second one we missed the
Yeah,
playoffs.
we missed playoffs.
And then I sent, because like I send a group text, like the night before or whatever of everything. And like I think the first sentence I said was like good vibes, like keep your heads up, which was something that I feel like we kind of struggled for a few tournaments. Um, to answer my own question again, I will say that our ball blocking got a lot better. So when we were running our ways the first 2 tournaments, I was trying to move people around and I was trying to see who's good at ball blocking on aways and not. And I think as a team, we got better for sure. And the ball control. So the biggest reason going back and watching everything for the ball control was being proactive instead of reactive. And the other one was when we run an away, we would run the away like down a player, and we would like the players who have a ball are doing their job running the away, and the people who were off ball weren't doing the best job of stopping the ball. So like let's say we're running an away, it's 5v3. There's no reason to not run the away there, but you need to stop that ball because if you didn't, you just gave up 4. And another thing is even if we were running the away and someone got hit, like they finger blocked by accident or whatever, I would yell kill. and then the person would just throw the ball. And I'm like, no, bro, kill the play, not the player in front of you.
Yeah.
So that was a little tough. But that's something that we do on flight, where if someone gets out and they're involved in a play, we just say kill, like kill the play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was really just like those super fast split second decisions that we improved on. It might have taken a while to improve on it, but I think tournament by tournament, besides the first one, I think you could see that there was improvements. What was your team strengths and what were some weaknesses, Nate?
I mean, we kind of touched upon just injuries was a weakness. I mean, I don't think we had a consistent team two times in a row. So that just one time you're in corner, one time you're in the middle, one time you're wing. So it's tough to get a groove of what everyone is going to do to the left and right of you. Um, yeah, I think that was our biggest struggle was just getting a groove of what everyone's going to do, how everyone plays. I mean, we know how people play, but when it's actually happening, it's much different. Um, yeah, I think that was our biggest weakness. Biggest strength, I'd say we did we did really well of like when we were down sometimes we the next game we forgot about that game and we picked it up.
Jeans?
Yeah, it was a pretty resilient team, you know, like even though like I said our energy was down and stuff, like wouldn't really affect our play as far as like, hey, we're gonna win the next one, whether we're down 2 or 3, it doesn't matter. We're gonna fight back. Um, Going back to what Nate said about not having everyone, yeah, it sucked, but I also think that was a strength of ours. Like we're very flexible, regardless of where you put us, we're gonna play to the best of our ability. We're not gonna sit back and cry about it, like, oh, like I didn't want to play middle or I didn't want to play corner. It's like this is what you're doing, and we did it to the best of our abilities. I think being flexible is really good in dodgeball because, you know, regardless, you're gonna get out or someone next to you is gonna get out, and you're gonna have to take over that spot. Um, so yeah, even though it was a weakness, I also found it to be a strength. Me personally, I had a really bad habit of when we're crashing on someone or when we're running a ways, I wouldn't use the full court space, and I'd find myself throwing from like 5 feet behind a line, which made my ball so easy to catch. And Tree pointed that out. I think I've gotten better at it these days, but that was a huge weakness of mine. Got out so many times because of it.
Yeah, we definitely talked about that where um again, like, and it wasn't just you, it was like everyone, like we're running away and someone has a ball in their hand and like the ball's near them and then they're like putting their hand out to stop the ball. I'm like, no, like your role right now is to charge at the person in front of you, like use your teammates. But yeah. All right. Next question. Okay, superlatives. Sorry, lost my space there. Superlatives for your team. Most likely to close out a 1v6.
Captain,
Captain Ryan.
Captain.
Next question. Biggest hype man slash woman.
Drunk Ashley.
Oh yeah.
Yo, Crown Royal Ashley.
Yeah.
For sure.
Crown Royal Ashley. All right, next one. Person most likely to sacrifice their body going for a catch.
Jeans.
Yeah, I'm
Pretty
thinking jeans too.
Yeah.
I'm thinking jeans there. Team Clown.
Drunk Ashley. Uh, yeah.
I think Tree is a good pick too.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Also, Dave would sacrifice his body for a catch.
Yeah, dude. Oh my, the amount of times that guy is nimble as fuck, but the amount of
Yeah.
times that he would just fall and land, and you're like, ooh,
Dude,
that
he'd
looks like
jump
that
like
hurt.
6 feet in the air and just land sideways and just get up.
Yeah, like land on his hip, and I'd be like, bro, I would have broken 6 ribs.
It's because he used to play hockey.
True, tough motherfucker. And last one, most likely to wear jeans on the court.
Mm.
I don't think I did that this semi-pro.
Did you the first one?
Nope.
Oh, then okay, I don't think you did. Yo, there's a new jeans low key in Long Island.
Dude, I
Really?
saw him. It's real. He was on my team.
Long
He
Island
won a
jeans.
chip.
That's crazy. You
High,
want a chip?
Damn.
yeah, low key, high key, new
Adam.
jeans.
Oh,
Damn. Trying to steal your thunder. You got a 1v1.
Yo, and he wore long pant jeans.
Whoa. Yeah,
I
definitely
did that.
got a 1v1.
They were
I did
not
that.
like loose fitting either. Bro was
No,
nimble in them.
mine's are all athletic,
He
slim
killed
fit.
it. He's the reason we won.
Crazy.
I tried wearing jeans at one time for the Halloween Open Gym 2 years ago when I dressed up as Eugene's. Bro, I don't know how you do it, man. I cut mine into like jorts, so like I had like a little bit more. I was a little bit more flexible, I guess. And I felt like my front area was getting hugged a lot.
Bo's comment this morning had me crying.
Okay,
I was
hold on. I
at
gotta read
work.
this. I gotta read this shit.
I was at work, and I just read it. Yeah.
What? The story said ask questions.
Do your nuts get sweaty wearing jeans on the court at jeans?
It
Who has
Bro.
the at jeans Instagram?
I was working, and I was next to my student who's on the spectrum, and the sound that came out of my mouth, that kid jumped and just started hitting me because he got scared. So thanks, Bo.
I
Thanks.
solicit violence.
Jeans. At jeans right now on Instagram is not taken.
That's fire.
You have to take that. That's why I just made that face. I clicked on it. This profile does not exist.
That's fire. You have to immediately switch it.
So should I make I have like a jeans account that I haven't actually put anything on, or should I just make my main account jeans?
Mm.
Just a picture. I'm gonna have fun with the thumbnail for tomorrow morning, boys. Just so you know.
I think I don't know. Yeah, because you have a dodgeball Instagram, right?
Yeah, I haven't put anything. I have like so much clips and shit. I just haven't done
You
anything because
could
I just
you
don't
could
have
do
time.
that. You could do that as jeans or your your
Let's see,
personal one
boys. Let's
as
see if it
jeans.
works. Let's see if it works. How do you do that? I forgot. How do you change your name?
I've never changed my.
I don't know how phones work. After I turned 30, I don't know.
All right, well, I'll keep you updated.
Okay. And last questions. What were some changes in semi-pro that you like/didn't like? So there's probably not changes that you guys would know of because you didn't play last year, but what were some things that you guys liked this year?
I really enjoyed D League. It was nice to work on things and kind of get a warm up sometimes. And coming from Connecticut, sometimes it was worth it to get the little extra playing time.
I totally agree with that.
Not available. You lied.
No.
What? No.
Put
I
username jeans. It said it's not available.
No way, bro. Hold on.
Yeah,
Is it
dude.
for threads?
I
No
For
clicked-
cap,
threads that it's
bro.
not available?
I clicked on it. It said the profile does not exist. Yeah.
And then I put it and it's not available either.
Damn.
That
Maybe
was okay.
maybe
Oh,
that
shit.
maybe that profile
boy.
like just
We got banned.
yeah, maybe they got banned.
Fuck.
Suck whoever did that. Worth a shot. All right, back to question.
The question was, what were some things that you liked in semi-pro this year?
Is that my question?
Mhm.
Oh, some things that I liked in semi-pro. I mean, it definitely was a game changer as far as building my confidence. I think that first game, I was like, I don't like using that word because I was like, I'm glazing people. But I was very starstruck. There was a lot of great players out there. And I'm like, oh, look, Bo. Oh, look, Quan. Oh, look, it's Matt. Oh, all these people like, oh, I'm playing with Ryan. Like, it's just like, instead of just playing dodgeball, which is one thing like Bo said to me the first time I went up to like Boston, it was like, all right, just feed Bo. Bo's like, no, play dodgeball here. Like, this is what you're here for. Why are you doing all that? I mean, he didn't say that, but that's the way I took it. So I think that's one of the biggest things I got to learn out there was like just playing against and with all these great players and all these athletes. And it definitely helped my confidence. Not to like become more cocky, but like, hey, bro, like you can compete if you just locked in, and not be afraid or not just like just start fanboying over these people. So I think that was the biggest thing I did. Like, was there a dislike portion or no?
Yeah, dislike as well.
Um, I think the walls, but it also made you like pick and choose your throws very like you had to be very precise. But I think the wall sucked.
Nate, did you have anything that you didn't like?
Um, not really. I mean, sometimes you'd have a long period of waiting if you got just yeah, the off game roughing, and then or if you reffed twice in a row, or like nothing really that much. I don't mind wall ball. I mean, it's just another strategy you have to learn because it's going to be at other venues. Um, but yeah, I didn't really have too many dislikes. Uh, it being my first time, I mean, I don't have a lot to compare to, so
I will say that too, because I know a lot of people weren't, thrilled with that venue. From for a player who's been playing for a long time, I will say that's probably more of like a rec venue than a competitive tournament venue. I really like it because it's not like only one side has walls. It's like every single side on both courts has walls. So one side has stands, the other side doesn't. That's the only variable. But I mean, you guys played in Boston. So in Boston at that USA round, there was like those four courts against the glass.
windows. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Yes.
windows.
So like for example, like there was wall ball there for the Beast Coast, wall ball. The venue that we're playing this weekend for the Philly ball, there's wall ball. Um, for the BDL tournaments, there's that one court that's like on the far, far end. Like as soon as you get there, you walk in, it's by the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Half of one court is wall ball.
Yeah.
And I loved that. I love that because this is how my brain works when I play dodgeball. So I think we were up a game and we were playing against that wall. And I was like, hey, let's drag this out a little bit. We could probably be a little aggressive here and take shots. I'm okay with not taking shots. Let's just play strategic. If we lose, it's going to be a tie. And we're going to go, and this isn't the playoffs, by the way. We're going to go on the other side and we get to throw against that wall. And when we played on that side, I kind of felt bad because it was literally nothing but kill lefts because the left side of the court had the wall, the right side did not. So I was just a decoy the whole time, and we're just ball, 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 miss, roll back, miss, roll back. So it happens at every venue. It may not be on every court, but it's just a part of the game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, that is it for question. Man, it's starting to get late. That is it for recapping teams. Let's move on to questions from the people. First question, Jason, would you rather encounter a ghost or an alien?
I'm gonna go with
Alien.
Ghost. Oh. Why Alien?
Um, because I can't be haunted by an alien. Um,
Oh, so you're like, I'm encountering this one time then.
yeah.
Okay. Bo?
That's a good point, actually. I was gonna say ghosts. I feel like ghosts can't like hurt me, but yeah,
That's what I was thinking too.
Poltergeist can hurt you.
yeah, I guess.
Dude, demon ghosts.
Yeah, yeah, that's true too. I don't know. I at least like an alien, I know where it's at, but like I've seen like the alien movies, and like they will like fuck you up. So like I don't, I don't know. I'm gonna say ghosts still, but
I'm gonna go ghost, but I would slapbox an alien. I'd probably
Facts.
die, literally, but
You know, like I think of like Roger from American Dad, and
Yeah,
I'm just like, I don't know if I want to hang out with that.
yeah.
And the ghost can possess you, so I could be a whole different person for a day.
Ghost could be Casper though, and just be
True.
like the bro.
oh, I think Roger would be a good hang, I feel like.
Think so? I think it's creepy. It's a little weird guy.
Roger
Smoke cigars and
Roger might be top 3 blunt rotation, honestly.
Word.
I think the alien from Futurama, the one night chick.
Facts.
Yo,
Wait, what?
bonk, bonk.
Tony.
Add it to
Where's
the
Jackson?
list.
Get
Add it
Jackson.
to the
Bonk.
list.
Talking about aliens. Anyways,
All right, next question from Jason again. What's your perfect pizza combination?
Meat lovers. Pause. Partner.
damn, there's so many to choose from. I'm a big back. Damn it, Jason.
Anything from Papadino's?
I don't know what it is. Papagenos is just
Papachinos. Yeah, one time we're going up to Boston, guys, and we stop off at a rest area, and Jeans comes out with a whole ass pizza, and I went in
it
there to
was
use the
a
bathroom,
slice, bro. It was a single slice.
and then on the way back, he's like, "Yo, I'm not feeling too good." I'm like, "Brother, you ate a fucking pizza before you played 2 hours of dodgeball. What do you expect?"
Respects, respects.
At least it wasn't rice.
Who did? What? No, Garrett did like cold spaghetti. I think that one morning.
Gary did cold spaghetti. He brought
Yeah.
chicken that was from the night before, didn't warm it up, and still played like nothing.
Crazy. All right, Nate.
Um, sausage, mushroom, pepper, onion. Be my go-to.
I think pepperoni bacon's like pretty good, or like buffalo chicken with like blue cheese or something.
I like that.
Those are good ones. All right. Last question from Jason. Biggest area of growth for dodgeball in the year 2025. So I think this is more like what did you improve on like the most?
I'll go first. I'd say survivability. I just feel like I took more thought into like just surviving and not making stupid plays, and I don't need to make that throw sometimes and just eat it and just survive. That's probably my biggest improvement, I feel like.
I was actually telling that to or saying that to Amanda the other day. Jeans?
Um, I think my overall understanding of the game. I mean, physically, when I'm not hurt or 10 pounds overweight, I can compete at a pretty decent level. Like my movement, my ball blocking's gone a lot better. I'll say that for sure. Um, Shout out Ryan for that. I think you fixed that for me.
Be
Um,
behind you. Pada, 2 hands.
yeah. So that but just understanding the game, knowing when to jump, knowing when to drop, knowing when to throw, when to take two, counters, not countering, and I think it all came together when I was playing against you, Rooney, and Matt Levine. Like the game really slowed down in that 3v1. And that's when I realized, like, okay, a part of me was like, all right, well, maybe they're, like just dirting it or trying to gas me up. But at the same time, like the two ball throws, like I'm reading it, it's coming slow motion, like I can understand a lot better. So I just feel like my overall feel and IQ for the game has grown.
Bo?
Um, I think yeah, for me it was definitely it's still something I need to work on, but like survivability for sure. I think it was definitely a weak point for me. My ratings, Jeremy.
Ball blocking from 2 to 5.
Well, my ball blocking is still not great. It's better now, but my overall like survivability, my ratings were not very good. They should be better now if we get new ones next year. But yeah, like survivability is like moving laterally. I've gotten a lot better at. But I still need to work on that, especially like backline stuff. Because yeah, definitely need to work on that still.
I know we're running short on time. How do you get rated?
For like practice squad stuff, like scouting things. So
Nice.
when yeah, and you guys should do that next year too. Like you can put your name in to be scouted to potentially be added to practice squad. And then you get like a rating based on like your throw power, accuracy, survivability, fitness, things like that, game impact, sportsmanship, stuff like that. So whether you make practice squad or not, you still get like a scouting report and like a written thing about your game. So definitely good to have regardless whether you make the practice squad or not, for sure.
That's fire.
So
Thank you.
so yeah, my offensive stuff was good, my defensive stuff not that good. So I am what I am.
All right, next question. This question is from Q_ZPLI69. I don't know who that was.
Bot.
It might, I don't know. It was a dodgeball profile picture, but I think it was a foreign one. What is the main thing that dodgeball players have to do?
Get
Survive.
people out.
Throw and get
God.
people out, and then when they throw at you,
Don't get out.
you don't get out.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. I mean that like hit people, don't get hit. Yeah.
We fucking nailed that one.
Nailed it, boys. W's in the chat.
W's in a chat. All right, next question. This question is definitely for you guys from Jackie. How are you guys so cool?
I'm not.
Same.
Question is for Nate.
Yeah, facts.
It's tough.
All right, next question from Jackie. I know you guys are all very involved in your local dodgeball communities. What is something, whether an event or league for this upcoming year, that you guys are looking forward to, or or are there any new traditions you'd like to start in local communities? I don't know if this makes sense.
So I'll go first. So I'm gonna try to take cloth more seriously. This upcoming, yeah, whatever, Ryan. This upcoming premiere. So I'm excited for that. I'll be going to Arizona in February.
go.
Yeah, and then as far as community, I've been trying to start like 17U dodgeball. And I've tried to reach out to. We have a program out in West Hartford. It's called 2-for-1 Sports. I've reached out to them once, twice. They haven't responded back, but whatever. And then within my own school, I work for a public school system, and they do after school sports and stuff. So I've been trying to start like I call it USA Dodgeball, so the kids can get like really excited for it. But it hasn't been approved. But that's what I've been trying to do within my community.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's go next.
I'll go. Yeah, I same as Jeans. I'm trying to get more into cloth, and us doing a cloth league is beneficial. We haven't really gotten to do too much with cloth in Connecticut, so I love cloth. Um,
Fun this shit.
one of my favorite ball types so far. Yeah, I'm hoping to go to Arizona as well to play. So hoping to get more play time in Connecticut and local area, get that more in.
I'll ask you guys now. Are you guys on a team for next year for USA? Are you guys looking for a team for USA?
I will be looking, yes.
Okay,
I
hit
have-
up Nate. Jeans,
I have a team for mixed and men's.
you want to announce it or no?
I would love to. I actually don't know the name of the team.
Are you?
forget.
That's hilarious.
I've gotten told twice, I think the name, but I
Who's
brain
on the
farted.
team or who's the captain?
It's Marcus's team.
Oh,
Okay, that's what I was assuming. I also don't know that team. I've heard it this weekend, but I forget the name of it.
Chosen.
Wait,
Chosen.
Chosen. Is like
Chosen.
precision not a thing for men's anymore?
I
No,
don't think so.
Oh, word.
no.
Interesting.
Hit me up for flight.
Dude, yeah, we have so flight is going to Tempe. We have like
That's how you say that?
Yeah, we are.
How are you pronouncing it?
I haven't. I don't know how to.
What?
I just say Arizona. Tempe.
Tempe.
I like Tempe better.
I think it's Tempe.
Yeah,
I think it's
Tempe.
Tempe.
I just avoid saying it. But anyways.
Yeah, Tempe, Arizona. Yeah, flight's going, but yeah, I mean our roster's not locked, so I mean, yeah, we can chat Nate for sure. Yeah, I think I can't remember who I told, but I was like Nate would be a good cloth player. Your body is like definitely built for cloth. I think Jeans would be a very good cloth player as well. So, yeah, I think you both could easily make practice squad for cloth. So, go there, show out for sure. I'm
Yes,
going because like we want to support Miles. So I think Miles has to go.
It's fair,
so,
yeah.
So we're putting together a crazy team. Alright, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I can tell you the roster later if you want.
I might have heard a little bit this weekend.
Nice.
All right. And I will answer this question as well. So I have been working on some stuff behind the scenes. One thing that I am ready to announce, and it was mentioned this past weekend. Bromance is partnering with Long Island Kick for next year.
Hey,
So we will be doing in-person interviews probably 5 minutes beforehand, maybe some stuff afterwards. But really just shining more light on Long Island and dodgeball and other stuff in their leagues too, because they just don't do dodgeball. They have kickball, cornhole, volleyball. They started softball last year. So there's a lot of other things that Long Island Kick does as well.
nice.
um, all right. Next question. Question from Mackenzie Wilson. What are you all looking forward to for the most? Nope. Reset. What are you guys all looking forward to most for the upcoming Premier Tour? And what are your goals for next semi-pro if you're participating?
Well,
I'm just interested in I didn't get to do too many USA tours because of finances, so I'm looking forward to just being able to get to a lot more. I think Boston's been the only one I've ever gone to, so
yeah.
James?
Same. I only got to do Boston. I got to go to Texas, which is pretty freaking awesome. Um, Same thing. Get out there more. Like I said, want to lock in on cloth, focus in a lot more on that. Although I won't mention that to Garrett. Garrett cloth sucks. Um, um, and then semi-pro, I'm 50-50 on. I'm 50-50 on it. I don't know yet. It all depends how things work out for me.
We're gonna get his ass, boys.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm excited to not play no sting because I don't have to anymore because there's one ball type per division. So the flight no
Sure.
sting boys can go. Ryan can captain those rounds in Salt Lake City and in Hamilton, Ohio. So you and Matt can go handle that and bring titles back for us for those.
Also gonna kidnap Giancarlo. He's like, I'm in the air. I'm like, you're going one way or another, brother.
Yeah, Gio's gonna go. You three can spearhead that. I'm gonna stay home for those. But yeah, I'm excited that they're doing the one ball type. I think that's really smart. I'm excited for how they're doing the format of nationals. It kind of is kind of like how they did API to where they did 2 days of round robin, I think, and then playoffs and then finals on the last day. I think they're doing it that way or leaning that way. Been talking to Dustin a little bit, but yeah, they're tweaking it, I think still, but I think they're smart about how they're doing it. It's all about like they're trying to promote as much engagement and pop as possible and like trying to get people to stay for playoffs because it just creates a better atmosphere. So they're trying to figure out ways to do that better this year. So I like where their head's at.
Yeah. I also know that the national stuff, it's not set in stone. So I was talking to Dustin after the last pod with you and I, Bo.
Mhm.
So nothing's set in stone yet. And again, if you guys have any suggestions, whether it's, good or bad or criticism, whatever, like hit up the people on the board. They want to hear you. All right. We got a few questions from Amanda. First question from Amanda. Nate, this girl wants you bad, dude. This girl wants you bad.
Dang, you should hit her up.
damn, I'll hit her up. Yeah.
Facts.
All right. First question from Amanda for Nate. You're a very versatile player and can pretty much play anywhere on the court. What's your favorite or preferred position to play? Where do you feel you're strongest?
Um, I I would say after doing semi-pro, I would say I enjoyed being on the inside of the corner much more than being corner. I feel like I played better. I mean, really. Um, yeah, I'd say like inside wing, like it's probably my favorite now.
I think unless you're a very good defensive player, I think playing off ball or inside corner really unlocks like certain players. Like I feel like I'm very well known as playing corner, but I think one of my best, probably my best tournament ever was playing off ball, like in the middle and inside corner.
Mhm.
Next question again from Amanda. We plan to start traveling more in 2026 for dodgeball, which I'm very excited about. You're always first to help me practice and improve. What is something you'd like to work on before USA rounds start? How and how can your community be helpful to you in reaching those goals?
Uh, Ball blocking. My ball blocking's not good, and keep throwing balls at me. I mean,
Let's bully him.
yeah, just bully me.
All right. Next question from Amanda for Bo. Hi, Bo, smiley face. I've always loved seeing your dodgeball life through your social media posts and stories. With your following being as large as it is, paired with being a Team USA player, do you feel social media interferes with your dodgeball career in either a positive or negative way? Do you ever feel like a celebrity when you travel and people recognize you slash want autographs?
Um, Interesting question. I
Interesting
don't
question.
I don't think it interferes in like a positive or negative way. I do, and I've like talked to Show about this, I think, before. It definitely puts like a not like a target on our backs like a negative way, but like people know like when we go to things. So like API, for example, like they knew like who we were. So it's like when we're on a court, like they know like what court that we're at all times. So it's kind of like golf when like certain golfers are at like certain holes, like you'll see like everybody follow Tiger Woods around, like everyone was following like Shred around and like Shota. But if they were off and Raichu was playing and like me, Pyong, Johnny, Hari were on the court, like everyone was watching like our games. But yeah, it's weird. It was weird. Like I never would expect like people at like API or New Zealand to be like, hey, like I've watched your reels for a long time. It's so nice to see you in person. Or like the people in Mexico or New Zealand like asking for autographs. I think that's the weirdest thing. Like, why would anybody want an arm sleeve or a ball signed by myself? Yeah, it's like humbling, but it's like it's cool that the sport is going in the direction to where like people recognize um like the sport for being cool. You know what I mean? Like above anything else, not just like players, but like the sport in general, like recognizing it being like an actual sport. But yeah, I would never think of myself as like a celebrity. I think I'm incredibly regular. But I do think it's cool that like people are starting to like see dodgeball as like a real sport internationally. So I think that that part's pretty cool. But definitely people celebrate, I think, more sometimes when they get certain players out.
I was just gonna say that, yeah, you are I wouldn't say I have a ton of followers, but I mean I have a good amount and I have a good following on YouTube, but definitely more sub oh my gosh. I'm gonna mispronounce the word. I'm not even gonna say it. You're more likely to get clipped than not clipped, is what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say.
you know, what's his name? I think Josh Martinez, like he on Instagram. So I met him in Mexico. See, he was down there supporting Colombia, and I met him for the first time, and was talking to like Show and I, and like he was like saying like don't get clipped this weekend. So like it's in the back of like your mind of like don't get clipped, especially like when we were playing the under 20 Mexico team, because like they're dying to like clip us in some way. Like they won a 2v1 against Eli, and like I'm just thinking my first thought was like Eli is getting put on
This
Instagram.
is on Inst yeah, this is on Instagram in a few hours.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's just stuff like that you think about sometimes, but overall, like any like content is good content for dodgeball. And if I get clips, like so be it. I think it's funny. I there's clips on me on Instagram today um from me getting hit in the face at API and getting caught at API. So yeah, it just happens. But
Yeah.
I think it's funny.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like a lot of dodgeball content is good. I think it's gonna help the sport grow. there's other channels to follow, other podcasts to listen to. I just had Philly Dodgeball on, but they do film Fridays on Friday, so go check that out if you're interested. And
Yeah, I like watching that. Like Sam Sayward and Danica and like whoever they have on, like they're so smart. Like I like listening to Danica and Sam, so I like listening to their stuff.
they just had Jackie Cruz on, I think it was last Friday.
Yeah.
So they're starting to get more people on that's like not just Philly and hashtag ad, but they are streaming this weekend. So if you want to follow along, you can either go check out their stream. And if you know me, you know that I stream all the time too. So I will also be streaming.
Let's go.
All right. Last question from Amanda for Jeans. I know you participated in Dallas and Boston rounds, but I can't remember if you did more this last year. Which was your favorite, and are there any stops in 2026 you're specifically excited for? Do you have any goals of ever playing with certain teams?
Um, Dallas and Boston. Boston was my first ever USA tournament, and I hate no sting. I'll never want to play again. I'm never gonna touch that ball type again. Um, Dallas, I absolutely loved. It was a great learning experience. Marcus is a great teacher. He taught me a lot about, movement, staying alive, and I think what was part of the question? What was your favorite moment?
Dude, reading is hard. Hold on.
Wait, I can just pull it up too.
Is there
Oh,
any
you have
stops
it.
in 2026 you're specifically excited for?
So I think this first one, out in
Tempe.
Tempe, it's gonna be fun. I start my master's. It's online, but it is through ASU. So
Oh,
just
nice.
just going out there as a student and like actually being able to walk on campus and shit. I'm gonna try to go see a uh women's
Gronk.
NCAA game.
Oh,
Have some fun out there. Um, so yeah, I think that's aside from the ASU stuff. Just being able to play out there, play cloth, and play against a whole bunch of high caliber players is gonna be fun. Um, yeah.
and do you have any goals of ever playing with certain teams? Was the last question.
I don't think I have any goals of playing with certain teams. I do have goals of against playing against them. Like, if we do foam, I'd love to play flight. I think I only got to play against you guys once. Um, who else? I'd love to play outsiders again. That's gonna sound weird. I'm not worded like that. I want to even get a taste of them. I gotta play against them and see what they were like. Didn't get to see them at 100% because I think both Hosh and Shota were both injured. And at one point, Shota's playing with us with just his left hand, which baffles me because the ball was still coming just as fast. And I'm like, all right, well, this is how this is.
Mhm.
So playing an outsider that's actually trying is something I'd love to do.
It's
And yeah,
not fun.
there's that's okay. I love playing against every and any monster I get to play with or against is fun for me. I love all the smoke. I'll take it when it can come. And yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Good answer. All right, and that is questions from the people. Let's close out the episode. Do you have any closing thoughts slash shout outs? Nate.
Shout out my wife, Amanda. Shout out Ryan for bromance. I mean, you've brought a lot of dodgeball community together with it, and it's appreciated. Um, Shout out being my captain for Impact. Um, yeah, just shout out all the dodgeball communities. It's growing and it's getting better and more competitive, and looking forward to more.
Jeans?
Shout out to Dakota and Marcus. Dakota for obviously introducing me to the sport. Marcus for teaching me a whole bunch of stuff within the span of 48 hours. And then last but not least, Ryan for drafting me for Impact and giving me 6 months worth of experience. Having us on the show, like Nate said, you're helping grow the community of dodgeball, and ultimately that's what I'd love to do.
Anytime, boys. Bo?
Yeah, shout out the BDL first off. Doing awesome things. They have a she they league starting up soon, so that's our first one. So I think that's pretty cool. Um and then shout out Flight boys and girl. Excited for their next season. W's in the chat. Shout out Team USA. excited for next the continuing of the cycle. Excited to see who we add to practice squad next year as well. And then excited for like the world's news because there's like news coming pretty soon. I'm
Might
like,
have heard about that.
yeah, on like
Noise.
location. So could be some interesting stuff coming. And then yeah, shout out you guys for hopping on. It's always good to like get to know you guys better. Shout out Ryan as always. Shout out Caleb Williams. And shout out this Taco Bell that's gonna get here in 5 minutes.
Ooh, ooh. I will say shout out my wife and son. I need to start with that more often. Shout out Twisted Tea. Shout out Jalen Brunson. Go Birds, dickheads. I don't want to hear shit. They just won the Super Bowl. Yankees don't deserve a shout out. Pay people, please, for the love of God. You're an owner. Like, you make plenty of money. You can spend $300 million. You will be okay. I promise.
Facts.
Knicks are playing the Magic Saturday for the Eastern Conference Cup, and then hopefully they make the finals. I know it's just an in-game tournament, but the Knicks have been butt cheeks for years, so that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Shout out Nico.
Nico Harrison.
Is it Nico? Yeah, the old Mavs guy.
Yeah, you want to shout him out?
Hell yeah, thank you. Us Laker fans appreciate it so much. Thank you,
yeah.
thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you.
I thought you were gonna like shout out his home address or something.
That's wild.
Oh, shout out Philip Rivers.
Bro, oh my god. Bro, I'm taking unders. I'm taking
Taking
the over.
overs, making my money.
Overs?
Hell
Jets next
yeah.
year. Philip Rivers.
Facts. He's gonna
Oh.
look great in a Jets uniform next year.
Woo, can't wait. It's gonna look great in
I'm hoping that he looks good, but bro, he hasn't played since COVID.
It's fine. It's like riding a bike.
The Jets haven't won since before COVID either, so nothing's.
He's always had a funky throw, don't get me wrong, but they're
ugly.
showing his first practice back, and his rotation went from like back here to like starting here. And I was like, uh-oh.
He just has to
that's not
stretch.
good.
He just has to
It's fine.
stretch.
A little rusty.
He's gotta stretch. He'll get his mobility back.
I'm ruined for it. I mean, he's going to get Toradol shots and everything else. This man will be ready.
Exactly.
And last question, where can people find you on social media?
Go ahead, Bo.
Yeah, on Instagram at it's Bo Tilly, and yeah, that's really what I use the most.
Nate?
Facebook's just Nathan Luce. On Instagram, it's for all the nerds out there, Magus and Frog.
What is that from?
Yeah, what is that from?
It's from Chrono Trigger, Super Nintendo game.
Huh.
Okay, I know Super Nintendo, but I don't know the game that you said.
Yeah, me neither. And I know
That's because I'm old.
All right, and Jeans, right?
I think that's my name. It's too long to even say, so it's probably gonna be married. Damn. Well, it's
all right. I'll put it in the link. I'll put link in the
it's gonna be
description.
changed soon. I'm gonna steal jeans. I don't know how, but I'm gonna figure it out and I'm gonna get it.
Offer to send him a lot of money.
I'm gonna email them like 40 times a day.
I don't know if your background looks better the last episode or this one. Because the last one looked like you were in a van, but you were probably exactly where you are right now. This time you just have light in the background.
We'll do the van next time. We'll see how that works.
Are you willingly there? Blink twice.
Uh-oh.
He's frozen.
It's just a green screen. It's not actually.
He's in like
someone across from me, and it's like, don't respond.
It's like a multi-million-dollar like home, and he just chooses the worst background on the green screen.
Here's my basement. It's full of junk from. Yeah.
Hey, Philip Rivers, anytime touchdown score plus 2,000.
What?
That's a lock.
Doing it.
Hey, QB sneak from the one.
He's the last man you're expecting.
Naked bootleg, Philip Rivers. Oh my god.
Receiving touchdown.
Yo, if
Schneed it.
you think the Colts might do tush push or no?
His back's gonna break. that happens.
He's literally a grandpa.
He might turn to dust. Well, he's got 12 kids.
Yeah, he's got a lot of
Is-
kids.
Is he the first ever grandpa to play in the NFL?
I don't know. Worst pullout game than Nick Cannon.
That
I
actually
agree.
might be a fact.
You
Yeah.
heard it here, folks. Bo Tilly.
His minimum passing yards is 160.
Pushing
I'm-
170.
He might have like a Shador game where he just throws it to like Judkins or Judy on a screen and they go off for like 70 and Shador has like 360 yards and everyone's like, holy shit, oh my God, he should have been starting this whole time.
His over under for passing yards is 151 and a half. Over.
Shador?
No, Philip Rivers.
No.
Taking that all fucking day.
I'm rooting for it. I don't know if
When
it's
does
going
he
to happen, but
Hmm?
Does he play on Sunday?
Yeah.
the Seahawks in Seattle.
Yeah. Their defense isn't even that good.
Sure. If Seattle's defense was available in fantasy, I would pick that up in a second.
Projected 20 points.
Yeah. But all right, boys, that is it. Thanks for hopping on.
Sir.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Anytime. Peace.